morning children. This is welcome to the once again the online classes of Divya English Medium School. In the previous classes for the 10th class we have discussed what is nutrition and what are the different types of nutrition, that is autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. And under the topic autotrophic nutrition we have discussed about the most important process, that is photosynthesis. We have discussed what is photosynthesis. So let us recap it. Photosynthesis is nothing but a chemical process which takes place in presence of the sunlight, and the plants are preparing the food material in the form of carbohydrates. And we have discussed what are the requirements of the photosynthesis. There are 4 factors which are required for the photosynthesis. The first one is CO2, second one is water, third one is sunlight, and the last one is the chlorophyll. So we have these are the topics we have discussed in the previous class. Let us proceed to the further topics. That means the photosynthesis equation. Whenever there is a chemical equation, it should be represented in the form of a equation. The first proposed chemical equation for photosynthesis is given by a scientist named C.B. Van Neel. Proposed equation for photosynthesis. Proposed in the sense, not final, not balanced. So the proposed equation for photosynthesis is given by, it is a 1-mark question, very important 1-mark question. Who has given the proposed equation for the photosynthesis first time? And the name of the scientist is C.B. Van Neel. He is the scientist who has given the proposed equation for photosynthesis, which is nothing but the unbalanced equation. So let us see what is the equation given by the C.B. Van Neel. We will write CO2 plus H2O. Why? Because we know that when the carbon dioxide reacts with the water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. CHL means the chlorophyll. Don't think otherwise. CHL means it is the chlorophyll, and the end products are CH2O plus water and the oxygen gas. This is nothing but the glucose. So this is the proposed equation. And how can we say that this is an unbalanced equation? Because the glucose formula is not CH2O. The formula of the glucose is C6H12 and C6H12 and O6. That's why it is called the proposed equation for the photosynthesis, which was given by the C.B. Van Neel in the year 1731. This is the most important 1-mark question. What is the C.B. Van Neel equation? Proposed equation for photosynthesis, or it may be asked in another way. Who has given the proposed equation for photosynthesis? That is the name of the scientist is C.B. Van Neel, and in the year is 1731. After that, after giving this, from this equation, the C.B. Van Neel has given one statement. What is the statement means? He has given that from one molecule of carbohydrate, glucose is nothing but the carbohydrate. From one molecule of the carbohydrate, one molecule of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen is produced. This is the conclusion given by the C.B. Van Neel when he has given the proposed equation for photosynthesis. So let us write what is the conclusion given by the C.B. Van Neel. He has given that from one molecule of carbohydrate, one molecule of oxygen and created, that is glucose, 1 molecule of oxygen and 1 molecule of water is produced. After that, I think hope that you have understood that what are the requirements, who has given the proposed equation, what is the equation, and what is the opinion given by the C.B. Van Til from his proposed equation. Now let us move to the further topic. From after that, the C.B. Van Til has conducted so many experiments, and in one of his experiments, what he has done, instead of water, he has used H2S gas. In the previous equation, what we have seen, proposed equation, carbon dioxide reacts with the water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. And the products are these are the products formed. But instead of, when he has used the hydrogen sulfide instead of water, what he has observed that instead of oxygen, sulfur is produced. He has done this experiment on the purple bacteria. He has done this experiment on the purple bacteria, and he has used, instead of water, he has used the hydrogen sulfide gas. When the carbon dioxide reacts with the hydrogen sulfide in presence of sunlight and the chlorophyll, as usually glucose is produced, but instead of oxygen, the sulfur is produced. And after that, this is also an unbalanced equation. After that, another scientist named Robert Hill. He has given the final or the balanced equation for the photosynthesis. So let us write what is the Hill's reaction. Hill's reaction is nothing but the final equation and the balanced equation for photosynthesis. So let us write Robert Hill's reaction. Here we can see same as the carbon dioxide. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide when reacts with 12 molecules of water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, we can get the glucose, which is the end product, that is C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. This is the final equation for the photosynthesis. So from this equation, the Robert Hill stated one thing, that whatever oxygen is produced in the end product of photosynthesis, it is only from the water, not from the any other thing. It is only from the water. That means whatever oxygen gas is produced during the photosynthesis, it is not from the atmosphere or anywhere. It is only produced from the water. That's why this reaction is also known as Hill's reaction. For this Hill's reaction, this scientist Robert Hill also got the Nobel Prize. As he has stated, the Hill's reaction, which is nothing but the final equation for photosynthesis. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide when reacts with the 12 molecules of water in presence of sunlight and the chlorophyll, the end product is C6H12O6, which is the simple form of carbohydrate. Glucose is a simple form of carbohydrate plus 6 molecules of water and 6 molecules of oxygen and 6 molecules of water is produced. So children, you have to remember the two equations. One is the proposed equation given by the C.B. Van Til, and another one the final equation given by the Robert Hill. You have to remember the two scientist names as well as their equations also. I think hope you have understood what is the proposed equation and what is the final equations given for the photosynthesis. And the end product, now let us write the end products of photosynthesis. When the process is completed, now let us write the end products of photosynthesis. The end products of photosynthesis are glucose. The formula is C6H12O6. Water and oxygen, and the third one is oxygen. Later, this glucose is converted into starch. It is converted into starch. Starch is the complex form of carbohydrate. That means it contains number of glucose molecules. Starch. It also converted into fats. It is also converted into proteins. That means when the photosynthesis process is completed, when the food preparation is completed by the plants, the first product formed is the glucose, the simplest form of carbohydrate. Later it is converted into either it can be converted into starch, it can be converted into fats, it can be converted into proteins. So the first product is nothing but the glucose, water and oxygen. It is also an important question. What are the end products of photosynthesis? If you write glucose is also a correct answer. If you write the starch, it is also not the wrong answer. But actually the first product which is formed after the photosynthesis is the simplest form of carbohydrate, which is nothing but the glucose. So till now we have discussed what are the factors required for the photosynthesis, what are the equations given by the different scientists for the photosynthesis, and what are the end products formed at the end of photosynthesis. After that, we are saying that at the end of the photosynthesis glucose is produced, but we cannot see whether the glucose is produced or not. It is not visible for us. This is the glucose, we cannot see. So, and we know that science always depends on the experiments. Unless and otherwise experimentally proved, the science will not accept simply the statements. So it should be experimentally proved. So let us prove that the food which is produced during the photosynthesis is nothing but the starch. That is the topic, test for starch. Test for starch. Whenever we are going to conduct an experiment, there are certain steps. First, you will have to write what is the aim of your experiment. That means what you are going to prove. What is your aim? The food which is prepared is nothing but the starch. That is test for starch. Now, when you have an aim, then what are the things? When you go into the laboratory, we need some equipments. We need some apparatus. So what are the apparatus we need to test the presence of starch? For this we need a tripod stand, a Bunsen burner, a beaker, a test tube, a petri dish, a potted plant, and these are the requirements. Apparatus: a tripod stand, a Bunsen burner, a beaker, a test tube, a petri Now let us go move into the procedure of the experiment. These are the steps you have to mention when you write the experiment in the examination. Exactly you have to mention all these steps because every step carries the marks. Directly you cannot write the experiment. Now let us move to the procedure, that is the process how we will do this experiment. Procedure or process. For this we have to draw the diagram. We have to take a tripod stand. Tri means 3. It has 3 legs, that's why it is called the tripod stand. On this you have to keep one beaker which contains water. A beaker you have to take which contains water. And you have to take from the potted plant. You have a potted plant here. Any potted plant which is well exposed to the sunlight, you can take a potted plant. You have to select one leaf. You have to select one leaf for this experiment. So you have taken the tripod stand. You have taken the beaker which is containing the water. Now we have to keep this leaf in a test tube. You have to take one test tube. In that test tube you have to take the methylated spirit or the alcohol. And why we have taken a beaker of water? What is the necessity of taking the beaker of water? Means directly we cannot boil the alcohol. We cannot directly boil the alcohol by keeping on the flame. That's why we have to boil it in a water bath. That means you have to take the test tube, keep the leaf in the test tube, and you have to put it in the beaker which is put on the flame. Now you have to take the test tube like this. In the test tube you have to take the leaf. This test tube contains either methylated spirit or the alcohol. Now you have to boil on a Bunsen burner because directly we cannot put it in the flames. In the laboratory we have the Bunsen burner. Now let us boil this leaf for 5 to 10 minutes. When you boil this leaf for 5 to 10 minutes, actually the leaf is green in color. Why should we boil this leaf in a methylated alcohol or the alcohol or methylated spirit? Why should we boil it? Why we cannot do the experiment directly on the leaf? Means the reason is only that when the leaf is green in color, when you apply the chemical which is called iodine solution, if the starch is present, the leaf will turn into black or the blue color. But if it is green in color, you cannot see the change in color. The only reason for that is you have to remove the green color of the leaf, make it very light in color. That's why you have to boil it in a methylated spirit or the alcohol. When you boil the leaf in a methylated spirit or the alcohol for 5 to 10 minutes, you can see the leaf will be pale in color. Pale means very light in color. Actually the leaf is dark green in color. When you boil it, it will become very pale in color. Now you have to take out this off the burner, take out the test tube from this water bath or the beaker. Now remove the leaf from this test tube and you have to put it in a petri dish. You have to put it in a petri dish. Now the leaf is which color, children? It is pale in color, not in the green color. It is pale in color. It is not that green in color because you have boiled and we have removed the green color part of the. Now the leaf is, you have kept it in a petri dish. Leave it for 1 or 2 seconds. It will become cool. Now what you have to do? You have to add the iodine solution to the leaf. You have to add the iodine solution to the leaf. when we add the iodine solution, if the starch is there, that means starch plus iodine, the color is black or blue. Black or blue. When there is a starch, when you add the iodine solution, starch reacts with the iodine solution and the color is black or blue. Here also we don't know whether the starch is there or not. We are testing for the starch. So when we add iodine solution immediately to the leaf, which is pale in color, the leaf is changed into black or blue color. It may be black, it may be blue. So when the color of the leaf is changed into black or the blue color, what does this indicate? This indicates that there is a starch. If the starch is not there, something else product is formed, the leaf will not change into black or the blue color when we add the iodine solution. So from this experiment, we can prove that what is the food, after the photosynthesis, the product which is in the form of food prepared is nothing but the starch. If it is not starch, the leaf will not change into black or the blue color. This is also a one question. How can you test the presence of the starch? This is also a 2 marks question. And here is also a 1 mark question. What is the color changes when you add iodine solution to the leaf? The answer is black or blue. This is maybe half mark question, maybe a blank, maybe a multiple choice. And another question from here is that what is the reagent? What is the chemical we use to test the presence of the starch, which is nothing but the iodine solution. From this experiment we have 3 questions. One is the experiment, write the test for the starch. Second one is what are the chemicals we use for test for the starch, and what is the color we will get when we add iodine solution to the leaf, which is boiled in the methylated spirit or the alcohol. So from this experiment we have proved, experimentally it is proved that the food which is prepared after the photosynthesis is nothing but the starch. I hope everyone has understood it, the process or experiment for the test for the starch. So when we write the experiment, what are the steps you have to write? First you have to aim of the experiments, that means what you are going to prove. Second one is what are the apparatus you needed. Without apparatus we cannot do any experiment. Third one is what are the chemicals. Sometimes we use chemicals for the process of experiment, but you have to write the chemicals. After that finally you have to draw the diagram on one side, and on another side you have to write the procedure of the experiment. So what are the steps you have done? In that way you have to write any experiment. Okay children, I hope that everyone this is clear for you. Okay children, I hope that you have understood all these 2 topics what we have discussed in the first class and the second class, that is photosynthesis, the requirements and products, and today what is experiment we have discussed, that the test for the starch also. I hope you have understood well, and remaining experiment, remaining topics, that is importance of each and every factor we will discuss in the third class of this